Set to kick off.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
14 yards through the air. Caught the D off guard on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 49.
First down carry for Henry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Leads to 3rd and 11.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Flushed out right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Patriots.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Herbert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Again, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. Herbert throwing again. The quick slant caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a fourth and goal. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go. Pater, but they're going to go for it. They snap it to Herbert. Flush to his right. This is caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They're in goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
22.
Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches.
Tannehill. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Third and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. To throw is Tannehill. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Loss of 10 yards.
On fourth down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Patriots nothing. Brett Kern in punt.
Here's Brett Kern now to punt this one away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9.
Gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Out of the gun, Herbert. Incomplete.
Herbert's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. He was covered by Patrick Queen.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. With that last carry, he's now over 8,000 career rushing yards.
All right, big applause. Lots of clapping for this one, right? Think about it this way. Along the way, he has passed Hall of Famer Terrell Davis, and now he's starting to approach another.
It's caught at the 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Darren Waller, his 4th touchdown on the year, and the Dolphins add on to their lead. So much for a little 5-yard pass play to your tight end. They made him a deep ball threat there, and it worked out.
Times have changed, haven't they? Those used to be plays that we would clip and save because you didn't see it very often. Big tight end, deep downfield catching a pass. Now it's almost standard. That's a big part of everyone's offense. Get it to those guys because they're not just tight ends anymore. They're athletes.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
2nd and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. Derrick Henry. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
44-yard line. A gain of 2.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here we go on 4th, Tannehill. And that is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Number 22.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for 28 yards. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. To the air again, Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Herbert back to the air. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Herbert. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Max Crosby with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano.
Graham Gano on for the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Crunch time, defense. Hey. Mike 29. Wild field. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Hey. Stop here.
Now Tannehill. Quickly to Kelsey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They'll run on first down. Henry. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Tannehill. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't...
After the turnover, here. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, Herbert. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. DJ Chark, the intended target, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. But now it'll be 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Patrick Queen. And how about this for a setup? The ball will go over on downs at the 1-yard line. And how about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. Now Tannehill. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. The Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went into the half, and they came out here in the 2nd half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
9-yard line.
And what is this?
In punt
They're
formation.
lining up here to punt on 1st down. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away.
Derrick Henry all alone. The 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Derrick Henry, 82 yards. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Dolphins 28. Patriots
now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, it's Herbert. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. On Herbert, his third interception. Picked off by Landon Collins.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight right. Hurry.
Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. From the gun, Herbert. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 20.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, Herbert.
Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
22. A 3-yard gain on the play.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
60 Bison.
Again, Herbert going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has the finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 33 in the first. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Second down and goal. Tannehill. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Harrison Butker on for the point.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because
the ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. This will be caught at about the 5. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Steps away to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defense. Everyone took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
They'll run. It's Henry. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now Tannehill and the Dolphins are going to go for 2.
Conversion.
They'll try and run it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
A gain of 22.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. From the gun, Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Landon Collins. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Jalen Thompson on the tackle. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 38-yard line.
To throw is Tannehill. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Quick. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Here's Tannehill. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Dolphins just continue to pour it on.
It is good.
And this one through the uprights and good.
Dolphins 50, Patriots 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Derrick Henry, 45 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Tannehill. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
56. Patriots 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
10-10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your...
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Max Crosby able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Complete to number
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
New England on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 4th down, Herbert. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got...
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Marshall, nice number one, nice number one. Come on. 19, tight, 19.
Now it's Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Following the fumble recovery, Tannehill. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game. They're still taking it to the end zone, and you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out, and I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this, but to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And now Tannehill and the Dolphins are going to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Henry. They're going to try and run. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Well, that 2-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. Makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled. I can tell you that.
Maybe.
Take over first and 10. At their own 25.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. He'll find Metcalf. The Patriots will take their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Metcalf once again the target, but it's going to be second down. To throw again, Herbert. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Dolphins take over.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. it's not their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves. Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And that will write a finish to this ball game.
Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit.
Kick it and go. Kick it and go. Running it back, never a cap. Out of the